everybody, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back talking about video games, and today I'm going to be ranking all of the maps slash boards on Mario Party Superstars. This game, if you didn't know, is on the Switch. It is the latest Mario Party that's been made. They came out with Super Mario Party when the Switch came out, I think. And then this one came out a few years later. This, as a lot of people agree, is the superior Mario Party for the Switch. If you're gonna get one, get this one. That's what I was told to do, and no regrets. So the reason I've decided to make a video about this game is because, I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm kind of in my Mario Party era right now. I have been obsessed with Mario Party. I think about it a lot throughout the day. I play it a lot during the week, like almost every weeknight. As soon as I'm off work, I'm like, let me eat dinner so I can then quickly play a Mario Party. Like, I just love this game. Now, the funny thing is, I didn't grow up playing Mario Party, which is crazy, because I love board games. And so when I figured out what Mario Party was and I got this one, I got super into it because it's basically like a board game with mini games and with crazy things that can happen because, you know, Mario is full of crazy random things. And it's so much fun, and I love the characters. I'm always Birdo. Birdo and I slay. And I'm actually on a Discord server for Mario Party. It's called Superstars Stadium. And if you are looking to maybe, you know, play with people online competitively, or just play with people online for fun, get better at Mario Party Superstars, I'm gonna plug the Discord server because I think it's awesome. The people on it are great. It's run very well. I'm a member of actually a few Mario Party servers, but this one's my favorite just because of how well they run the leaderboard, and just everything is run very well. So I really do love this server. That's what I've been playing on mainly. Like, I've been playing with people from the server competitively on the leaderboard. I finally had my first win last week, which was huge. It took me 32 games to actually win. And since then I've had 3 wins in the last week. So I'm kind of on like a high streak right now, and it's been super, super fun. All this to say, that is the reason why I decided to make this video today, ranking the boards and the maps, because it's kind of all I've been thinking about recently, and I just, you know, come here to share my obsessions with you guys. And this game is currently, it's one of my big obsessions. Now, I will say this video is gonna be kind of for like a niche audience. Like, if you don't play this game, I feel like a lot of what I'm saying might not mean anything to you. And that's okay, I realize that. So either stay and be confused and just enjoy hearing me blab, or if you do play this game, I'm gonna throw down some hot takes, and you can agree and disagree, and that's totally fine. This is just my opinion. I will be talking about others' opinions that are different from mine as I go through this video, but this is just my opinion on the maps, the 5 maps on the game, which are all taken from old games too. They took old boards and maps from other games, and then they kind of remastered them for this game, which has been really cool. So without further ado, let's get into it, counting down my top 5. So 1 is obviously gonna be my favorite, so I'm gonna start with number 5, which is my least favorite map, and that is going to be Woody Woods. Now, this is my least favorite map in the game. I don't hate it or anything, but it really honestly just annoys me, and I'm like rarely ever in the mood for it. I find the changing signs really frustrating. In this map, there's like Monty moles. At the end of every turn, they slap these signs, which change what direction you're allowed to go. I find these Monties really annoying, and there's actually been games I've been in where like it's been turn 15 and no one has been able to get a star because we're all just running around in opposite directions because we can't get anywhere because these Monties are constantly just making us run in circles, basically. And I think a lot of people like this one because there's lots of event spaces to land on with these trees. Now, when we play online competitively, we only use the classic bonus stars, and one of the classic bonus stars is the event star. They like that there's a lot of event spaces around because then they can try and get the event star. I usually don't really win bonus stars. I'm not good at it, so that doesn't, you know, mean much to me. And yeah, personally, this one it's fun every now and then for me, but I would rarely ever vote for it, which might be a hot take because I know a lot of people love it. Coming in number 4, we have Peach's Birthday Cake. This is the board that is like hated by people online, and I think that's just because it's different, but I like that it's different. To me, this map seems like more like a traditional board game in the sense that it's basically just like a race around the board to get to the star, because in this one the star doesn't move. And I just don't really relate to people's hatred on this one. Like, sometimes I'm not in the mood for it, but if I want like a change of pace, I like this one. I like that it's unique and different from what the other 4 are. And I've recently learned some new strategies for this one too that's made it really fun. I've learned that buying custom dice blocks in this one definitely comes in handy, because on this map, there's no booze to steal stars, but you can buy these piranha plants that can steal coins or stars. And you want that custom dice block when you're going down Death Alley and there's 3 giant piranha plants waiting to nab your stars. You gotta have a custom block in hand so you can navigate around that. Like, I don't even risk it anymore. So I've definitely learned that that strategy helps. And I also think like there's an area with the Goomba, and he has like these seed lottery, and you can either like take a shortcut to go to Bowser, or you can go back around. I think that part is really interesting too, because if you're really good at mini games and you can consistently get coins in this one, then it doesn't really matter if you're going to Bowser. You can probably afford it and then just quickly run around back to the star, which is really cool. So I like this one. I also just like, I think the cake concept is cute. Like, I don't know why there's piranha plants in Peach's cake. Like, that part doesn't look yummy to me, but I just think it's really adorable. And I like this one, so I don't really get the hate on this one. I like that it's different. I think it adds like something else, you know? Coming in number 3, we have Yoshi's Tropical Island. Now, this is supposed to be the easiest map on the game. Like, it's only like a 1-star rating. And because of this, it is nice if you want like a more low-key game where you don't really have to plan out your moves as much, or you just want the game to move by quicker, because this map definitely, like, the turns go by pretty fast. But I will say that even though this is technically the easiest map, with the right strategies, it can kind of get annoying. Like, with the right strategies and the right players, like, a lot of times online players will buy a custom dice block so they can purposely land on the event space and switch the star and Bowser. Because if you didn't know, on this map, the star's on one island, Bowser's on the other, and the event space triggers the switch between them two. So you're making your way to the other island, somebody can purposely land on the event space and screw you up and switch them. And I think that strategy is cool. It also makes it, you know, easy to try and get the event star bonus as well. So I like this one. It's definitely gotten a little annoying because sometimes it also takes us a while to get stars on this map because people are just constantly switching them, and it's like, well, I'm never gonna get to a star now. I also just like the tropical music in the map and the adorable little Yoshis everywhere. They're like laying on slices of cantaloupes, they're laying on fruits, and it's just adorable. So I like this one. This one is definitely just a nice change of pace when you've been doing the really hard ones, and it's just like a little bit of a relax on the mind. Coming in at number 2, we have Horrorland. Now, this is a lot of people's favorite one. I used to dislike this one because it hurt my brain and there was too much going on. But I have to say, as I've played it more and more, and as I've just improved overall as a player, I can really come to appreciate this board and understand why it's a lot of people's favorites, because it does take a lot of strategy. You definitely have to play this through a bunch of times to really learn it and memorize it, because there's a billion different moving parts. You know, there's boos, but one of the boos is there in the day and the other ones are there at night. And of course, they're all behind keys, so you've got to get a key. Like, you've really got to plan out your moves. And then the fact that it's day for 2 turns and then it's night for 2 turns, unless someone, you know, does literally a number of things to change the time of day. I do really like how the eyeball path runs through the middle of the board, so you can pay this eyeball that will push you up to the top of the board or to the bottom. And I like that because even though this board feels really big, that eyeball can be a great tool to get you to one side of the board quickly if you have the money to afford it. And I've honestly done some really, really cool, impressive moves on this board because you can. For example, recently I believe I was at the bottom of the map and there was a star at the top right corner, so I used a triple dice to get to the eyeball, use them to take me up there. I walked over, it was nighttime and I had a key, so I stopped by King Boo, who stole coins from everyone, and then I went down and got the star, and then I might have even finished by landing on the bank. It was like a bomb move, like one of my best moves in history. I wish I had recorded it. So you can do really, really cool long moves in this, and you can really just try and plan ahead because there's so many different factors, and it's really cool. Also, because King Boo is in this one, he can steal 3 stars at a time, and he can also take coins from everyone at a time, which is a very powerful tool. And I love like his little laugh. I don't know, it's like different than the normal Boo's laugh. There's something about it that just, I I don't know, it's pleasing to my ears. I want it as like my text tone or something, like a Bigaboo's laugh. I don't know why, but I really like it. This is definitely one of the more time-consuming boards because there's so much going on, so people can like take a lot of time to plan their moves and count ahead and everything, which is understandable. But I will say, if you have the time and the brain energy, this map is awesome. It's really fun to learn. And when you start to like do it a bunch of times and get to know your strategies, it can be really, really cool. So I see why it's a lot of people's favorites. Now we've come down to number 1, probably controversial. You probably know it if you're a fan. My favorite map on Mario Party Superstars is Spaceland. First off, I love the space theme. Always been a bit of a space girl. I don't know, I just love the vibes. I love that there's like little spaceships that are in the shape of bloopers. It's like so cute and wholesome. And I like how they're kind of floaty as the characters kind of just run around. I think it's very cute. But the main reason I love this one is because I really just love the layout of this map. And a lot of people don't like it, which is a shock to me. There's been so much Spaceland hate on this Discord server, and I'm like, what? Like, I'm confused. Like, the cake hate I get, but Spaceland? Like, why are you gonna hate on Spaceland? I don't understand. I think it's really cool how if you go to the middle of the board, there's so many different route options you can take. There's like 4 or 5 different ways you can go. And I think that's really fun. I think that makes it pretty easy to get around the board, but also like, you know, when you're in the middle, you're like, I could choose to go so many different ways. I could go towards the star, I could go towards the shop, I could go up and try and go to Boo. Like, you have so many different options, but I think creates like more potential strategies and different strategies. So that's like the main reason I really like it. I think one of the only downsides of this map is there's only one shop. But like I said, it's not that hard to get to. If you can just get to the middle of the map, you can go left and then you can get there. I do really love that both of the Boos on this map are really easily accessible, and just different strategies you can do. You can purposely set off the Bowser coin beam in the middle by just like running around the thing a lot and, you know, taking the counter down, and that's really cool. Also, the event spaces, I think maybe this is where a lot of people don't like it, is that the event spaces in this map, they push you backwards on the map depending on where you are, and you can pay these snippets to push you back a lot. And I think maybe it's frustrating if you're like running down the same parallel pathway and someone keeps landing on it and you're like, well, I'm never gonna get to the star, I can't move anywhere. But I think that it provides a strategy because you can pay the snippets to push you all the way up by Boo, which is big, or push you all the way down so you can go to the shop again. So I think it just provides more strategy. I don't mind it. I guess sometimes it can be a little annoying, but compared to like the other event spaces and the other boards on this game, like, I'm not bothered by it in the grand scheme of things. I also really like this one because there's enough going on to give you like a good strategy without it being like so mentally exhausting. Like, sometimes I don't have the energy to play something like Horrorland. Like, just the mental energy is like, oh god, this is gonna be exhausting, it's gonna take a while. But then sometimes we want to do things like Yoshi's Tropical Island, and I'm like, it's kind of boring. Like, Spaceland, to me, it's the perfect mix. In the game, it's technically the second easiest difficulty, which maybe I'd rank it that way. I don't know. I mean, there's still definitely plenty of strategy that's involved with it. But I just love this one. Yeah, I love the layout, and like I said, I love that there is stuff happening and there's things you can plan, but it's not like overly stimulating, and it also moves by fairly quickly. It's not one of like the longer maps, I would say, like Woody Woods or Horrorland. And so, yeah, to me, it's just the perfect map because of all of those things. So there you guys go. That is my thoughts on all of the maps in Mario Party Superstars. If you don't have this game, I'd recommend. If you like board games, I'd recommend. Maybe you don't like board games, but I love board games. I love playing online competitively with people and seeing what their strategies are and learning from it has been so much fun. If you're watching this and you're on the Discord with me, and thanks for playing, it's just a lot of fun for me right now. I'm really in like my Mario Party zone and it's been great. If you guys want to play online with me, you can join the server, or you could even like message me and we can set up a room and play sometime. I think that'd be fun to play with some of you guys if you guys are really into the game as well. If you want me to make any more videos about this game, I'd love to. It'd be really cool if I had the setup to like film me doing a game, or even like just like some gameplay or some mini games. But A, Mario parties are long. B, I don't have like a capture card or anything. maybe I'd get one if that's something you guys are interested in seeing, like seeing some gameplay. It's always really fun on the server when people do stream their games because I like watching it. It's literally become like our household sport. Like Mara gets home, she sees me playing a Mario Party, she makes her dinner, she gets on the couch and she watches the game because it's just like on. Like we treat it like a sport that is on TV. Like that's how much I've been playing it. But it's just so much fun, and it's been so much fun to like chat with people and just learn new strategies and get better at the game. So yeah, that's mainly why I wanted to do this video, because I just can't shut up about it and I wanted to keep talking about it. And I also want to hear your thoughts. Tell me down below what you agree with me, what you disagree with me on. What are your favorite boards from Mario Party Superstars? What boards do you wish they'd bring back? I know everyone wants like a DLC for them to add more boards and more characters. If they did add them, what characters would you want to see? What boards would you want to see? Let me know. Other than that, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!